Welcome to another edition of the ClarkCountyToday.com weekly news, your source for the top stories shaping our community. We have a lineup of stories for you this week. Let's dive right in. Our first headline this week: a formal ethics complaint has been filed against Auditor Greg Kimsey. Allegations include violations of the Code of Ethics, the Appearance of Fairness Doctrine, and Clark County policy. The complaint, lodged by Vancouver attorney D. Angus Lee, accuses Kimsey of behind-the-scenes involvement in a voter registration challenge. Kimsey denies any wrongdoing, and the Clark County Ethics Commission is set to investigate. In a major development, plans for the Northern Connector project, which includes a tunnel and a new bridge over the Willamette River, have been presented. The project aims to improve mobility in Washington County and the Portland region's Westside. Notably, it could impact traffic relief in Clark County, raising questions about regional coordination. Stay tuned as we keep a close eye on this crucial transportation project. Before we move on, we want to hear from you. Visit ClarkCountyToday.com now and participate in this week's poll. Is it more important for area transportation officials to examine a third bridge/crossing over the Columbia River or an I-05 bridge replacement? Share your thoughts and consider sending a letter to the editor at ken.v@clarkcountytoday.com to elaborate on your perspective. As we enter the new year, Washington State is set to implement over 24 new laws. Highlights include an increase in the minimum wage, new regulations on firearm sales, and protections for off-duty cannabis use. We'll break down the key changes affecting our community and explore the implications of these new laws. Let's Go Washington is making waves with initiatives aimed at repealing the capital gains tax and banning new income taxes. With over 850,000 signatures submitted, the group is pushing for a change that could impact small businesses and taxpayers. We'll examine the arguments on both sides as we follow the fate of these initiatives. Concerns over environmental law violations by the Portland-Vancouver Junction Railroad are being actively addressed by Clark County. Investigations are underway, involving multiple regulatory agencies. We've got the latest details on the alleged violations and the county's response. In a heartwarming segment, we'll shine a spotlight on the generosity of Clark County. Despite the challenges of the past year, our community has consistently ranked among the top in giving. From supporting individuals in need to rallying for important causes, we'll celebrate the spirit of giving in our region. A new proposal, House Bill 2040, suggests using excess revenue from the state's cap-and-trade carbon allowance auctions to provide a one-time fuel rebate check to vehicle owners. We'll explore the details of this proposal and its potential impact on residents. Sports bring communities together, and Fort Vancouver's basketball team is no exception. Despite facing challenges on the court, the team's positive spirit shines through. We'll share the highlights from the recent Myron Lawrence Memorial Tournament and the team's commitment to unity and sportsmanship. Speaking of basketball, Fort Vancouver High School honors the memory of Myron Lawrence by renaming its annual tournament. We'll delve into the significance of this memorial tournament and how it reflects the positive image of Fort Vancouver High School. Before we wrap up, a heartwarming holiday message from ClarkCountyToday.com. The team, including Ken, Heidi, Paul, and Andy, wishes everyone a happy new year. Embrace the spirit of love, kindness, and goodwill during the festive season. That concludes this week's edition of the ClarkCountyToday.com weekly news podcast. For more in-depth coverage and to stay updated on these stories and more, visit ClarkCountyToday.com. Don't forget to weigh in on our poll about transportation priorities and share your thoughts.